Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Taylor and here on my channel I post motherhood, lifestyle, cooking and cleaning videos. So if you guys like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. Today I have an easy and delicious make ahead brunch for you guys. I figured I'd share this before the holidays because this would be perfect for Christmas morning or for New Year's Day. However, if you're watching this at another time of year, this would be just perfect if you didn't want to have to make a whole brunch the morning of. You can just prep everything the night before and then all it is throwing it into the oven and you have a delicious homemade brunch. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. So the brunch is some delicious egg bites with a fresh Pico de Gallo and also a French toast bake. I'll have all the written recipes as well as timestamps in the description for you guys. But the first recipe I'm going to share is a chorizo and sweet potato egg bite recipe. So for this recipe you will need 2 chorizo sausages, about 8 ounces, and you just want to remove the casing and brown that up. 8 eggs, a cup of shredded jack cheese, a cup of sweet potatoes shredded, a half a cup of milk, and salt and pepper to taste. I used a 1/4 teaspoon of each. So in a large bowl, I'm just going to mix the eggs, the milk, and the salt and pepper just to make sure all the yolks are broken. And then I'm just going to add everything else in and give it a really good mix. And so then I'm just gonna cover this up and put it into the fridge, and that's pretty much ready to go for the next day. And the next recipe I'm going to prep is a cinnamon French toast bake. And so for this recipe you will need 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, 1 tablespoon of vanilla, a half a cup of brown sugar lightly packed, 1 cup of milk, a loaf of bread. I'm using a 400-gram loaf of brioche bread, which I highly suggest using, 8 eggs, a 1/4 cup of melted unsalted butter, and some salt to taste. I'm using 1/8 of a teaspoon. So pretty much I'm just mixing all of the ingredients except for the bread in a large bowl, and I'm just gonna whisk that together really well to make sure it's combined and that all the egg yolks are broken. And so then this is my bread here. It's just cut into about 1-inch pieces. And so I'm just going to pour over my egg mixture, trying to cover as much of the bread as I possibly can. And so then again, I'm just going to wrap this up and put it into the fridge overnight. And so next I'm just going to show you guys a really simple Pico de Gallo recipe, which is delicious with the egg bites. And so for this we'll need the juice from 1 lime, a cup of chopped tomatoes, 1 jalapeno seeded and diced. You can use less or more to taste, a 1/4 cup of finely diced red onion, and salt to taste. I'm using a 1/4 teaspoon. Now I should also add, if you guys like cilantro, definitely add some in here. A 1/4 cup would be perfect. However, my family hates cilantro, so I have to make it without. But all we're doing is just mixing everything together in a bowl and giving it a really good stir. And if you're adding cilantro, just add this at the same time as well. And then just cover, and this gets even better in the fridge overnight. And last, I'm just going to show you a really easy maple glaze to serve on the French toast bake. And for this recipe, you will need 1 tablespoon of milk, a 1/4 cup of real maple syrup, a half a cup of powdered sugar, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla. So this French toast bake would be delicious with just syrup on it as well. I just figured I'd go the extra step to make a little glaze to go on. And so pretty much all you have to do is mix all the ingredients together in a bowl and give it a really good stir and then pop it into the fridge overnight. But like I said, this is also delicious with just maple syrup as well. And so now it's the next day and it's time to serve everything. So I'm just going to spray a non-stick pan with a little bit of cooking spray. And the first thing I'm going to get into the oven is the French toast bake because this one takes the longest. And so I'm just going to spread this out in my pan. You don't want to mix it too much because the bread will start to fall apart. So I'm just kind of pushing it down, and if there's any pieces that were still a little bit dry, I just make sure to soak them in. So I have my oven preheated to 350 degrees, and this is going to go in for a total of 40 minutes. However, I'm just going to do it for 10 minutes. And during this time, I'm going to prep my egg bites because the egg bites need 30 minutes in the oven. So 10 minutes for the French toast and then everything together for another 30 minutes. And so here I've just sprayed a non-stick muffin tin with some cooking spray. I really suggest getting a good non-stick for egg bites because they do tend to stick in the pan a little bit. But once you've sprayed your pan, you just evenly spread out the egg mixture into each little muffin tin. And then once the French toast had been in the oven for 10 minutes, I added in the egg bites and cooked everything together for another 30 minutes. And so this was everything once it was baked. And like I said, I'll have all the written recipes in the description. So if you guys are just wanting to do like one of the recipes, it will all be written down below. But then we just let them cool for about 5 minutes and it was time to serve. And so I'm just spooning over a little bit of the maple glaze on my French toast bake and serving my egg bites with a spoonful of the fresh Pico de Gallo. And this is all ready to eat. This brunch is so delicious and it makes it so easy having everything prepped and ready to go. The only thing you have to do is bake it in the morning and you have a delicious fresh brunch. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.